Nope. 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 Yes. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 58 of the Let's Play world. As you saw from my intro, I finally found some glowberries. Glowberries are kind of interesting. They attach to the ceiling, or the underside of a block. And what's weird is if I punch this, I get nothing. Let me do it one more time. If I take some shears, nothing. So it's like, where do you get more glowberries? Well, here's how it works. If you take a glowberry and you place it, you can continue placing glowberries to the bottom of the previous vine, like so. Now, if I punch this, that's going to break. What you can do from here is you can take bone meal, and when you bone meal the vine, that's when you get those glowberries on the vine. And if I just keep bone mealing this over and over, you'll see that I keep getting glowberries. Now, if I break this, it's all gone. So that can feel a little unintuitive, and as rare as these things are, you could accidentally just break all of your glowberries, and that would be really frustrating. So that's how you keep replenishing them, is just keep bone mealing them over and over. So let's start off today by putting the glowberries in all the places that they belong. In the Arboretum, we can finally complete our lush cave area here. Glowberries there and there. If we bone meal them, get light. Awesome. Just a quick update, in this space here, which I reserved for the lush caves, we've got the roots, we've got the glow lichen, got the moss and the moss carpets, the glowberries, azalea and flowering azalea leaves, and then azalea bush. So even though we don't officially have a lush cave yet, we have the lush cave items represented. I've also got the drip leaf over here. At some point we'll have to come through here and update all of this landscaping as well, because we have so many new blocks that would really help this just look really fantastic, I think. Glowberries, you know, light up weird little pockets, things like that. The moss would add a lot of texture. We could redo all the lighting. So yeah, we'll have to do that at some point. We can add glowberries up here. One thing that's interesting, you can't add glowberries to the bottom of leaf blocks. It just doesn't work. Very nice. You know, if we want to do something crazy, we could even bring the glowberries inside. I don't know if I want that much vegetation in here, but it's a thought. I added a few glowberries to our tree house. So now when we want to get up top, all we have to do is just climb this vine. And then up top here, I have a few little bundles that are providing some light. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, you can eat glowberries, but you don't glow. So as far as today's project, there's a couple of things that have been sitting on the back burner for quite a while. We've got this new nether tunnel that goes out to our savanna way down south. And then there's a couple other tunnels that we still have work to do on. Well, we haven't been out here in a long time. So out beyond the warped forest here, we get into Basalt Delta and then the end portal and that sort of thing. And all of this out here is still unfinished as well. And that reminds me, we still have our end tunnels we need to finish. And I think the end is where I want to spend some of our time today, mainly because that tunnel has been on the back burner the longest. And also, once we finish this story with Malmog and all of the curse and all that, I think I want to give this overpowered armor a little bit of a break and go back to our netherite armor. And if we're using netherite armor with mending, eventually I'm going to want an enderman farm so that we can, you know, heal up our armor. So the end just makes sense to me. So in the end, I had initially thought we would work with iron and our smooth stone, but we have some new blocks with 1.17 that might look a little bit better. Specifically, I'm thinking about deep slate. So we have some things like the polished deep slate and the tiles, which are both pretty cool looking blocks. I think the polished deep slate might have a little bit of a spacey look to it. And that was the idea here, is I wanted this to look kind of outer spacey. See, that's pretty cool looking. Let me play with a couple of designs and see if we can come up with something. So I'm thinking we might change this up a little bit. A lot more of the deep slate, a lot less of the iron. So we'll do something like this repeating, and we'll use the iron blocks to signify, you know, turns or rooms or different things like that along the hallway. I'm going to make it 2.5 blocks tall so that we don't get the Enderman down here. And then we're going to use end rods in front of iron to light the place up, and I think it'll look really cool. So I made a slight design change. I added a polished block of deep slate to the top and bottom, kind of alternating, and it creates this kind of wraparound look that I think looks really kind of sci-fi. And with the end rod, consistent lighting and everything, it just looks really sterile and very space station-y. So I really like that. All right, big reveal. I did record a bunch of footage of building the tunnel, but for some reason it corrupted. I've never, in all of my time doing this channel, had footage corrupt on me, but the files just wouldn't open. So we're just gonna do a reveal. So this is the room where we arrive in the end, and then this hallway comes over here and turns and just looks really trippy. I really, really like this sort of stark sci-fi kind of modern materials. I like how the ceiling being just a little bit low is kind of claustrophobic. It just looks very space station-y to me. As we run down here, this opens up into a little bit of a room. And here we have our elevator up to our portal. And then I just used like a blast furnace as kind of a control panel. We've got the end rods lighting the place up. And then the tunnel continues down this way. And as you can see, it's open down here. This is where it will turn right and then continue up to our portal to the outer end islands. I think I want to do a different design here since we have a little bit more of a view, maybe incorporate some more glass and things like that, but that will wait for a different day. But yeah, like I said, really kind of a trippy look. It's interesting how the game renders that, you know, you get like these wobbly lines and things like that. Let me know what you think about this, because I've never done anything like this as far as tunneling through the end. Just makes sense to me, you know, we don't have to deal with the Enderman and all that. But yeah, I think it's a cool theme, and I really, really like it. All right, I see one of them over here. A little sketchy that he's in the bushes there. Oh, it's Duncan. We've fought Duncan before. We can manage this. And with this axe, it should be a pretty quick fight. There we go. Oh my gosh, I was going to bury Duncan, and all of a sudden I found Daniel. Got him. Well, today we got 2 of them that we get to lay to rest. We got Duncan, and we got Daniel. So that only leaves 2 more brothers that we need to track down, and then we can defeat the king, and then finally Malmog, and be done with his curse. In that fight, I did find one cool piece of gear. So I've got all of my different legendaries and named items up here. Today I got a chest plate called Hero of the Sea. It's got respiration, unbreaking, thorns, mending. It's legendary, so it's unbreakable. And it says ability Dolphin's Grace. It adds 6 to my armor and 6 to my health, which is a pretty good piece of gear for chainmail especially. I want to try this out real quick and see what this is like. So this is just my diamond chest plate here. Oh, there's a dolphin over there, so I don't want to get too close or else it'll ruin the whole experiment. Okay, so that's just kind of normal. Oh, hello dolphins. So if I take that off and I put that guy on, yep, I do get the dolphin's grace. And what is this like now? Oh, hello. A little snappier. Swim. Oh yeah, definitely a lot faster. Oh yeah, I'm definitely faster with that thing on. If I switch back real quick, I'll show you. The dolphin's grace fades away. And yeah, you can see I'm kind of back to normal now. That's a cool piece of gear. Hello, dolphin. And I think that's where we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.